Hello everyone, I'm John Maxine. Today I'm joined by Mr. Brenner, and we're going to talk about the senior project. How are you doing, Mr. Brenner?
I'm great, John. How are you?
So we had a meeting with you yesterday,
Yes.
and we talked about something very important.
That is true.
Do you want to tell us what it was?
We talked about the senior project and the importance of the senior project, the due dates of the senior project, what actually it entails, and everything else that goes along with it.
So what does the senior project entail?
Okay, so
What
the
is
senior project is going to be a 4 to 6 page paper.
Okay.
You have to use and cite sources. It has to be in the MLA format.
Okay.
In addition to that, in March, there will be a 3 to 5 minute presentation with visuals.
Okay. Is this a requirement for seniors?
It is an absolute requirement for seniors.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is this a statewide requirement, or?
This is a statewide requirement. This is a Chapter 4 statewide requirement.
Okay. And so Norristown has no choice. They have to participate
All
in this.
seniors will do it.
All right. And what can they do for this paper?
Actually, it's pretty wide open. It's the topic of your choice. So whatever interests you, whatever you want to learn about, whatever you want to find out more information about, that's what I would suggest you do.
Okay. Does it have to be a continuous process, or can students pick a topic, research it, study up on that, and just write the paper?
Absolutely.
Or does it have to be
No.
something that's built up over
Nope.
time?
Not at all.
Okay.
That's absolutely what they can do.
All right. And I talked a little bit about the guidelines for the paper, but what are they again?
4 to 6 pages,
Okay.
typed, double-spaced, normal font. Can't use like a size 32 font. That's not going to work. You have to cite sources. You're going to put it in the MLA format,
Okay.
and then you'll make a presentation that will not take place until March.
Okay.
You don't have to have the presentation done now. It's important now that you get the paper done.
Who do they need to get this paper into?
It goes to Mr. Schmalbach in the library.
All right. And when do they need it to get it to
Okay,
Mr. Small?
so December 18th is a magic deadline. Turn it in by December 18th, everything is great. Okay?
All right.
If it comes in after December 18th, unfortunately you're going to lose some of your senior privileges. And the first privilege that you're going to lose is the ability to go to senior banquet. So
Okay.
that's, this is an assignment that is very doable. Students are going to have time in their English class and their social studies class to get it done. So they'll have time. Might take a little work outside, but they'll definitely have time to get it done. It's very doable, and everybody can get it in by December the 18th.
Okay.
And that's our hope.
Are there further
There are further
consequences for-
deadlines. There are further deadlines. The second deadline is January 22nd. So
right.
if you miss the December 18th deadline, you got to get it in before January 22nd. If it does not come in by January 22nd, then you're going to lose the privilege to attend senior prom.
Okay.
And again, this is not what we want to do. We want everybody to turn it in by December the 18th so that everybody can attend all of their senior activities.
And I know there's one last deadline with pretty
Yeah,
heavy consequences.
there is one last deadline. That's February 29th. Since it will be a leap year next year, February 29th is the absolute due date. If your paper is not in by that time, you're not going to graduate. That simple. You will not be part of the class of 2016. So you got to make sure that you have your paper. If you miss the first 2 deadlines, do not miss the last one.
And I guess they'll be a part of the class of 2017 then?
They'll be part of class of
And-
2017, and with the class of 2017 comes all the requirements for Keystone exams. So turn it in by
Yeah.
December 18th, and
Get it in
then
on the first one.
we have no issues, and everything is great. So that would be my recommendation.
Okay. Why do Norristown seniors need to take this seriously?
They need to take it seriously because it is a requirement. It's a requirement in order to graduate.
Okay.
So you want to graduate, you do the paper.
Do you think it's something that just represents a culmination of 4 years of being in high school, or do you think it's a project that's going to help them for college or forever?
It'll absolutely help if you're going to go on to further education. You should be able to write a 4-page paper. You're going to have to do a whole lot more if you're going to college. Yes, and you know what? Graduating high school, everyone should be able to write a 4-page paper, be able to cite sources, and everything else like that.
Okay. Now, for students, for seniors that may have failed their Keystones, what does this project mean? How does this alter the requirements for them?
If they did not pass the Keystones and they do not meet the requirements and they become a class of 2017, their schedule next year will be pretty much doing project-based assessment classes.
Okay, so they're still gonna have to. They're gonna have to still do this project again.
And they will retake the Keystones in May.
Oh, geez. Okay. Now you said this is still a state requirement. How's this reported to the state? How does?
It's reported that if someone graduates from your high school, they did a graduation project.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking at.
And where can students access all this information?
All this information is available on the library website, which is nahslibrary.org, and it says senior project information, and it's all available right there.
All right. Now, I know this is a big question. It has a lot of rumors around it. Is the senior project around to stay?
Is the senior project around this? That's a great question. With the Keystone exams becoming a graduation project, it's written into Chapter 4 of the Pennsylvania Code. So is it around to stay? Yes, there are different variations of it, but yeah, I think it's here to stay.
So as long as it remains a state requirement, it's going to remain an Arstone requirement.
Absolutely. Has to.
Do you think if one day it's not included in Chapter 4 anymore, that Norristown's still going to make this a requirement?
I think that there will be some type of graduation requirement, whether it be Keystones, whether it be a graduation project, whether it be, I think there should be. I think there should be. A senior should be able to demonstrate that they are.
There should be some standard.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I just have one more question.
Okay, one more. Go ahead.
Some students maybe in that assembly yesterday or students in the coming weeks who are just going to blow this off and not take it seriously, what do you have to say to them?
Don't procrastinate. This is something that you want to knock out right away. This is something that you want to make sure you get done and just check it off the list.
All
Okay?
right.
You know, you have to, there's certain things you have to do your senior year. You want to make sure you apply to colleges. You want to make sure that you buy your prom tickets. You want to make sure you do your graduation project.
Okay. And could you just talk one more time about the requirements? Just
4 to
go
6
through them.
page, 4 to 6 page type paper, double spaced, MLA format, cite sources, and then there'll be a 3 to 5 minute presentation with a visual. Your visual can be a PowerPoint presentation, it can be a board, it can be whatever goes with your project. The project is of your choice. It's a topic of your choice. What interests you? What do you want to do with your career? Maybe write on that. You know, whatever you have an interest in, that's what.
Have fun with it.
Have fun with it, absolutely.
All right. And when's that magic deadline again?
Magic December 18th is the first deadline, January 22nd, and then February 29th.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it. Get it done. Don't procrastinate. Get the project done.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brenner.
All right, John, thank you.
I'm John Maxey, and I just talked to Mr. Brenner about all the requirements for the senior project. Seniors, December 18th is the first deadline. Get it in early. Now back to the Eagles Eye.